Only time I ever said something about a black bitch, I call Asian doll a bitter black bitch. And that's because I'm like, that bitch, she every post the bitch was making was about her skin and she bitter about it. Like, so she bitter. And I said it's two kinds of black bitches. There's a black bitch like me that loves the skin I'm in, and there's ones like her that really like don't like the skin they in.
Hello, everyone, and I am back here. I wanted to go ahead and talk about the colorism conversation and situation going on with Miss Asian Doll again. Side note, this might be a little biased because I do love Asian Doll, but let's get into it here. So Asian Doll's under fire again for talking about colorism. What she said was a lot of light-skinned girls posting Black Lives Matter, like you hoes not racist to y'all too. Y'all bully dark-skinned girls all our life, thinking y'all was better than us, talked about our skin color, called us monkeys, you hoes fraud. Now, a lot of people were upset about this because, of course, whenever a dark-skinned woman comes out and talks about colorism, they always say that she's blaming it on all light-skinned women and light-skinned people. So that's the main thing that she caught fire for, because a lot of people were like, you're targeting all light-skinned people. This isn't a time for this. This is a time for all black people to come together, not time for division, yada, yada, yada. So she finally got upset with all the fire that she got, and she went on another rant, saying that pretty much if you're light-skinned and if you've never bullied anyone before for being darker, don't take offense. You know, it's just like calling out racism. If you're a white person who isn't racist, don't take offense. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. Now, she went out and addressed that, saying that she was not talking about all light-skinned people, but certain light-skinned people who did bully darker people. Now, I think it's finally time we be honest about the colorism conversation. Okay, this is 2020. A lot of us are older now. The generation who did grow up in that thinking it was cool to be colorist age, we're grown now. We've all seen it happen. We've all seen boys talk about they only like light-skinned girls. We've seen light-skinned girls bully dark-skinned girls. We've seen flat-out colorism all the way around. Hell, I'm dark-skinned myself, and I could tell you countless of colorism situations I've dealt with. Like, the shit goes deep, and I realized being a dark-skinned woman in this world makes you really realize the whole meaning of no one's gonna understand your hurt but you. You know, a lot of people don't even know that colorism exists. A lot of people, when they hear it at first, they're like, oh my God, what? Because they never had to live it. You know, you've never had the feeling of someone telling you they wouldn't date you because you're dark skinned, or they'll sleep with you but they won't date you because you're dark skinned. But I'll get into that. To add into here, Mariahlynn decided to chime in here, a woman who's not black at all. I don't know if she's white, if she's mixed with something, but she is not black. That's been established. That's been cleared. She's not black. So I don't understand why she came in the conversation. She's not a light-skinned black woman. I don't know what she is. I'm just call her white for now. She's a white woman. She looks white to me, so that's what we're going to call her today. Okay? And if I got it wrong, my apologies. Really sorry, not sorry, but moving on. So she decided to chime in saying that pretty much Black Lives Matter and this isn't the time to be speaking on colorism, and all women are flawless, all women are beautiful, and the focus pretty much should be police brutality and Black Lives Matter, which everyone I believe can agree. Everyone can agree on that. But the situation is, when is the right time to speak about colorism? See, I've noticed every time a dark-skinned woman tries to bring up colorism, it's never the right time. It's never the right time to talk about it. No one ever wants to talk about it, and they always gaslight when it's brought up. How about we speak about the issue and be honest about the issue? Now, this isn't the first time Asian Doll has came out and said something about colorism. She had praised Princess Nokia. Princess Nokia, I believe, last year had gave her props for prospering as a dark-skinned woman who was a rapper, because it is a very tough industry to go into. Being a dark-skinned woman in any industry is tough to get into, and she was praising her for it, and she did catch backlash. That came from the live that I had at the beginning from a girl speaking on the Asian Doll speaking on that last year. Here's Asian Doll's response.
Asian just killed the hoe. Y'all gonna believe that shit. Asian just did this. Asian just said this. Y'all gonna believe that shit. And colorism is real. I'm not targeting y'all. I'm not saying, hey, everybody, fuck all the light skins. I'm just standing up for what the fuck I believe in and what the fuck I know these young girls need. Looking up to you dirty ass, dirty pussy ass bitches, they gonna be lost, dumb, and fucked out. Following you rat ass hoes, hopping from dick to dick, click to click.
All right, now you guys saw what Asian Doll had to say last year when she spoke on colorism last year also. Now, last year, a lot of female rappers chimed in with this conversation. Bianca, who was also a dark-skinned rapper, you probably know her off of Love and Hip Hop New York. She chimed in and she said, if your skin is dark, you just have to put in twice the work, period. And that's true. That is completely true. We have seen time and time again of models, singers, rappers come out about how they had been set back, or someone had set them back, or wouldn't accept them, or a modeling agency wouldn't approve them, or, you know, they couldn't get a certain song out because of their look and their image. It wasn't marketable, things of that sort. We've always heard of those stories. So I don't understand why people don't believe that when dark-skinned women talk about it. I guess it only exists when a celebrity speaks on it, but I digress. Now, Cold Killer, she also had something to say last year. She said, hey, y'all gotta chill with all this light-skinned, brown-skinned, dark-skinned female rapper shit, because this ain't that. Either you got the sauce or you don't. Skin color don't mean shit. And there's a lot of light-skinned women who, once again, they're not darker, so they never had to experience what we have felt. They never had to experience that. So for her to speak on something she's never went through or even witnessed personally herself before is ridiculous. Of course, you think that your skin color has gotten you a lot of doors open for you, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's not taking away from your work. That's not saying you're lazy or you're not hardworking or you don't deserve your position. It's okay to acknowledge when someone has a leg up in anything. I don't understand why people think acknowledging something is taking away from what you have going on, and it doesn't. Now, like I said, a lot of light-skinned people feel like this, but check out what this person had to say.
When only time I ever said something about a black bitch, I call Asian Doll a bitter black bitch. And that's because I'm like, that bitch, she every post the bitch was making was about her skin, and she bitter about it. Like, I said she bitter. And I said it's two kinds of black bitches. There's a black bitch like me that loves the skin I'm in, and there's ones like her that really, like, don't like the skin they in.
Now, I believe that girl's name is Stunner Girl. So my apologies. I did say this person. All these chicks, there's so many people rapping now. I forget all of their names, but I do believe that was Stunner Girl that did say that. That was also from last year. And to wrap up this video, all I have to say is dark-skinned women, I'm starting to realize this myself, and it is a tough situation to go through, to pull yourself through. But we have got to have confidence. And I mean that in not in a condescending way of saying that you shouldn't look for outside validation. What I'm realizing is the people who hate us the most are the loudest. So we happen to see their opinion more, hear their opinion more, and we eat it up. And we forget that there are people that actually find us attractive, find us beautiful, find us feminine, find us completely gorgeous. And we walk around upset because I'm not even going to say the majority, the people in the world who don't like us are so vocal. And I just want to get the message out of love your skin as much as you can. Keep speaking out about colorism. Keep feeding yourself things that make you beautiful. Keep uplifting your dark skinned sisters. And we got to keep loving on each other, and let's break this whole cycle in this way of thinking. It's almost there. We're close. We're doing a lot of we're real close due to social media, and I appreciate that. Social media really has helped a lot with us changing the way people view Black women, especially dark-skinned women. So we're very close. We're almost there. We just got to keep pushing. And when it comes to Asian Doll, with what she said currently, I mean, she told no lies. Everything she said was very true. She just worded it very weirdly, I will say, so it didn't help her case. But what she's saying isn't a lie, and people have to acknowledge that. You know, what Asian Doll was saying is pretty much there's a lot of people who are screaming Black Lives Matter when it comes to Black men dying, you know, when it comes to Black men. But when it comes to Black women, as we've seen, they don't get as much acknowledgement. Why? Because like Malcolm X said, the most disrespected person in the world is the Black woman. You know, the most disrespected, disregarded, things of that sort is the Black woman. So these other women who love Black men but don't really care for Black women, they'll stand up. That's when they'll stand up for Black rights. I promise you, if it was a bunch of Black women getting their ass beat by police, this shit would be so silent. Child, the bus would be quiet, okay? It would be silent. But because we're starting to see Black men in their most vulnerable state, and a lot of people do care for Black men due to promotion and things of that, so not saying that their lives don't matter. It's just their promotion is different and the way people see them is different. So I feel like people care a little bit more versus Black women. Okay, so what Asian Doll was saying is completely right. A lot of you guys, aka the I Only Date Black Guys Club, the women who secretly don't care for Black women, the energy is very different. When it comes to a Black man's life, it's Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. We have to stop this. But they also turn around and call a dark-skinned girl a black bitch, or dark and ugly, or you're just, you know, or they just literally throw your skin tone in your face and try to use it to insult you. Like, we've seen that so many times. So and I know plenty of females like this. They're as light as ever. And when a Black man dies, it's Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. We care about Black lives. But then they'll turn around and dog a dark-skinned woman out. Call her a black bitch, a burnt bitch. She's ugly. She, you know, da 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 da. I look better than her because I have light skin. I've heard it all. I've literally heard it all. So what she's saying is right. How can you say Black Lives Matter, but you're not for Black women, and you don't even accept Black women with their features and how they are? So what she said isn't wrong. People are just sensitive and don't want to talk about colorism, but I digress. I appreciate all of you that are watching. I'm still trying to get this channel off the ground. Please like and subscribe, and be back for the next video.